All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our weekly Team Passion call. Some weeks lately it's a Zoom, some weeks it's a live. So keeping you guessing, keeping you on your toes. We didn't have it last week because of the holiday. So welcome back. I missed you guys, missed all your faces. I love seeing the same faces every week and some new faces. Love, love, love it. So tonight I wanted us to kind of chat a little bit. I recently we were chatting with my financial advisor, and he was talking about the power of testimonials. And so I asked leaders to speak today. Let me shut off my Facebook so it stops dinging. So I asked some leaders to speak tonight because basically he was sharing that, there's such power in testimonials, and how it's the best testimonials are the one that starts off with skepticism and then turns, into a positive. And so what I want us to do is I want you guys to hear, let me just mute everyone again. Okay. I want you guys to kind of hear a couple stories in that scenario. Like how did people think before they became coaches, and the skepticism around it to now. And then we're going to take that same theme into the sneak peek. So I've asked a couple leaders to do that run the sneak peek with me, to do that throughout the next 3 days. And then I actually asked people in Team Passion if they would do the same thing. So people are going to we're going to start it tonight. We're going to start like the theme tonight with 3 leaders sharing that piece of their story. And then we're going to take it right into the sneak peek this week, because I think that really is what sells. And what we're going to do is, Mark and I were chatting, we're actually going to hire a production team, and I'm going to be asking some of you to speak on video and giving. I want testimonials first for the customer base. So this is why you brought the product, but you were skeptical at first of the price, blah, 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 blah. We're going to talk just product, and we're going to put a great video together for everyone to use when they're talking to prospects. All the time people say to me, do you have any testimonials? And so we're going to put a production level professional type video together with 2-minute stories of like 3 to 5 people that the whole team is going to be able to use. So that's kind of in the works, probably after Summit. So that should be pretty cool. So we're excited to do that and be able to deliver that for you guys so that you can use it, or you can duplicate it, however you want to do it, and make your own with your own customers. So I'm really excited to do that. And I wanted to also say congratulations to all of you that are receiving those amazing recognition emails today about getting on stage at Summit, and when your rehearsal time is, and what that's going to look like. Just so you know, rehearsal time is nothing like the real deal. Rehearsal is chaotic and crazy and hot, and you're like, what are we doing here? And Michael says one thing, and Jeff says another, and Darren Ashby says another, and then the night of the show, they're like, and go! So you just follow the person in front of you, and it's all good. So it's super, super fun, and I'm super excited for you guys. So for you guys that are going to be getting up on stage, whether it's once or twice, 3 times, lady, whatever that is, then just dress really light, be comfortable. Sweat was coming out of some crevices last year that I was like, what the? And we were backstage, and they had hot fans blowing on us. I'm like, okay, just shut it off. Just maybe if you put a block of ice in front of it, that'd be good, but it's not happening. So it's really, really hot, but super fun. Gonna be so worth it. And you can't wear heels on the fields. Football players do not want holes in their fields. So only wedges or flats. I think I'm just going flats all day long. Flip-flops, Lori won't approve, but tough. So it's just too hot, so I need to be comfy. All right, so yeah, so that's so exciting. I can't wait. I get all teary-eyed when you guys are up there, and gonna be awesome. Then I can't see you because I'm 4'11", but it's all good. All right, so let's get started here. So we have a diamond coach and 2 1-stars that are going to be recognized on stage that are going to share a piece of their story. And I think Dale is the most nervous, so we're going to make her go first. That's how it works, right, Dale? I can unmute you. Is your dog behaving?
Dog is behaving, yes.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, awesome.
All right, so we have, let me open this thing up. So we have Diamond Coach Dale Roseman, who is going to start us off and kind of share her testimonial of, you know, what kind of she thought of coaching and a little piece of her story and what's happening now.
Okay. So we were asked to talk about the concerns about becoming a coach and how we got to this point. And when I first started working out with a Beachbody program, it was an infomercial program. I didn't order it through a coach. And I just needed to commit to 30 minutes a day for myself. I just had a goal. I just needed to lose some weight. I wanted to look great in a dress. And I found this slot in my day that was just for me. And what was happening was taking this short amount of time out of this busy, hectic day of mine. I worked a full-time corporate job. I had 2 young teenagers at home who needed dinner, food, driving, athletics. And I was being squeezed for this 30 minutes and I felt really selfish, honestly. And I would push that away sometimes. And I'd have to really work hard to walk myself downstairs and find this one time of day that was for me and mine alone. Leaving my household was stressful. And even if it was in my house, it was stressful leaving because I felt like taking myself out of the equation was really unfair to my family. I had worked a multi-level marketing company prior, and I had to do home parties, and I was out a couple times a week and meetings, and every month I was traveling far away to go to the corporate meetings, and I knew that they hated that, and it was really hard on me to even think about just leaving for 30 minutes. So when I was faced with the decision of deciding if I wanted to coach or not, I had a hard time with the consideration of time. What time impact was it going to have on myself and my family and my work? And if I felt guilty doing 30 minutes of exercise, how was it going to feel if I needed hours in the day that was going to take away from my home life? And where would I fit that in? And I struggled with that for a while. What I found was that I was already coaching. I thought that this big scary moment was going to happen when I made the decision. Like literally I said, all right, I'm a coach, and all of a sudden the world was going to change. But I was already coaching and I was supporting others in the challenge groups that I was in. And I found my voice. I loved having this voice that was supporting others in the challenge group. And I was seeing results and other people were seeing results. And I started feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment in what I was doing. And I replaced the hours in the day where I was doing mindless things like sitting on the couch and watching TV with listening and learning and reading and connecting with other people through the challenge groups, through my coach, and through the network that we have. And I didn't feel like it was stealing time from my family anymore. I really felt like it was something that was very empowering for me. And my outlook changed and my attitude changed. And people noticed that I was making positive changes, and I didn't realize it for quite some time. It took me a few months to see, even in myself, that positive things were happening, not just financially, really personal kind of things. And the things that I liked most about coaching was the connection and the relationships that I formed with customers and the challengers and my discount coaches and coaches that were starting to come on board. And I felt positive and knowledgeable about what I was doing. And I was using that in the fitness and nutrition. And it was really easy to talk about it to other people. And I had never even felt comfortable bringing up the subject of what I was selling before. It was sort of just had to. And this was easy. It was just an easy share. And I was never a great social person. I was very shy as a kid, extremely painfully shy. I would never public speak. I would literally stay home sick from school if I had to get up in front of anybody. And this kind of allowed me to open up and share something I loved with so many people and get rewarded financially and in a more personal way. My dog is going to start barking. And where I used to feel invisible, people now saw me, and this confidence allowed me to be motivational and be motivated and be supportive and be supported. And it was very empowering, and I kind of fed off of that, and that's what kind of led me to continue. I didn't think that I was going to go beyond a few months. I said, I'll try it out. And the benefits just are multifaceted. I found like-minded people to work with, and I have a network of best friends. So all of you guys in place, there's always somebody to share your stories with, to bounce ideas off of, and go to if you have questions and concerns. And the other awesome part was the self-discovery, which I poo-pooed for a really long time. And I learned a lot about myself. I learned how to distance myself from negative and toxic situations. And I've always had a real horrible need to help people. If you needed something and I could fix it for you, I would put anybody's needs in front of my own. And now I kind of think about my goals, and if it aligns with what I'm working towards, I'm more than happy to do it. Otherwise, I've kind of decided it's okay to say no to those things and move on. And if anybody asked me if I would recommend coaching, because you did. If you didn't recommend something that you loved to somebody that you loved, it would really be kind of shameful. And it's like keeping a big secret all to yourself. Why would you do that? And that's the selfish part. Why wouldn't you just let people know how awesome you feel in what you're doing? And who wouldn't want to get fit and financially rewarded and get healthy and meet awesome people? So that was kind of my nutshell story. And that's how I kind of feel about the opportunity. And that has changed over the past 2.5 years. I didn't think this way at first. I just thought, sure, why not? And now I don't know that I would ever give it up, because it's
awesome. Yeah, thank you. I love that. Yes, Becky, nice clapping for you. I love how you just ended that with, it is selfish to not share. So the first thing we think about when we go to share this video is like, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? And it's like, you have to go, I'm sharing this because this is an amazing life and an amazing business and an amazing opportunity. So that's what you have to lead your business invites with, not with what if, or, oh my God, not with that fear. You have to lead your business invites with thinking, okay, this is actually selfish of me to think, to prejudge what this person is going to say. Every time we do the power hour or the assignment in the 7-day quick start or the sprint to diamond, every time we do that assignment where we make you do business invites, the messages that we get when you guys come back are like, that was amazing. And actually 3 out of the 5 are listening to the call right now. Oh, imagine that, right? Like that's just, that's there. So, yeah, I love that. Does anyone have any specific questions for Dale before we move on so we don't forget her story? We'll do questions after each one. Becky was just typing that she relates to saying yes to everything. And if it's not aligned with her goals, she's not going to do it.
That's huge. It really is. It took me forever, and I still struggle. I think I will always struggle with that, but you just have to decide, you know what? You have to think about yourself first and your family first, and that's why we do this, is to benefit us, not somebody else. The only way they're going to benefit is if they want to join you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Shalene really, really teaches that, making sure that you are just not saying yes to so many things. And some of us, it's in your personality. It's part of you. Like if you read the Personality Plus, I think it's, does anyone know the name of the personality of the person who, a phlegmatic maybe? But they're the ones that say yes to everything. They're the president of the PTO. They're like, they have a full-time job. They have 7 kids. They, are trying to open a gym. It's like they literally, it's impossible for them to do all they do, but they still say yes to more and more things. And then the flaw of that is that you're never good at any of it. You suck at all of it. You're like, so stretching.
Something always suffers when you give up a piece of yourself to do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Dale.
Thanks. I appreciate you letting me talk.
Of course. Thanks for stepping up. All right. Next, we have Erica Saporis, who is a 1-star diamond, who is going to share her trials and tribulations with this business and how it all started for her. So, Erica, let me unmute you. There you are. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Sometimes these headphones don't work so well. Dale, thank you so much. I've heard you speak before, but I feel like I hear more parts of your story every time. So that was awesome. And I think most of us have come into this business not through just wanting to make money, which is what we want as coaches. I don't think we want people coming in, because even Carl says it. He's like, we are a multi-level helping company, not multi-level marketing and just trying to sell stuff. So, I mean, I'm sure all of you know that already, but that's how I came in. I used to own a dry cleaning business, and I thought, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. It's my destiny. It was in my family for 30 years. And then I saw my friend on Facebook, who I really wanted to defriend because I kept saying Shakeology. And I was like, please, no more Shakeology. I can't take it. But when I wanted to actually get healthy and make a change, I went to her. So never give up, never stop posting. So went to her, tried the shake, loved it. And what I didn't realize was it got me off of, I had a lot of stomach issues, and the doctors just said, you're going to have to be on medications for the rest of your life. So I was like, okay, you're the doctor, as you know. And then I realized after 2-3 weeks of drinking Shakeology, I didn't need the medication anymore. I was feeling great, and it gave me more energy, and I was so lethargic before. So maybe 6 months down the line, I went back to my coach who signed me up. And I asked her about the business opportunity, because she was always posting about making money doing this. And I was like, I mean, I love it anyway. Why not, share it? But in the beginning, I think we all have big fears as a new coach, and especially before you sign up as a new coach. And mine was really, I'm not a salesperson. Like Dale, I was extremely shy growing up. I did anything to avoid getting in front of people, speaking, and it really made me get out of my comfort zone. And just honestly, the support is huge. But I thought I couldn't sell things, and I was like, I'm not going to do this. I actually got fired from a sales job in San Diego. So I was like, oh my God, I could never do this. And she kind of walked me through it. She said, take it one day at a time. And that's what I did. I went to Super Saturday, and then I really got it. So I think it's super important, and I tell my team this all the time, to get to events, because it's part of the belief system. It's seeing the people on stage and knowing that you can be up there, you can do what they do. And they're really no different. We're all pretty normal people that love Shakeology and the workouts. I would say what did you ask? The specific feature I like about coaching most? There are so many, but I think honestly the friendships that you make from this, because the people that we see every week, we're on the Zoom calls with, these are going to be your new friends, your new family. And I've found such a support system it's a team Beachbody, team Passion. It's been the backbone, and I can go to, even if it's not directly helping someone, I can go to anyone on Team Beachbody and they will share their story with me, what has worked for them, what hasn't worked for them. So I would say the best thing I like about coaching is the team support and the people that you get to meet and their stories that you hear. I would definitely recommend coaching. I stumbled upon it by accident, but I honestly think it was meant to be. I don't think I was meant to do something that I wasn't passionate about. This has definitely lit a fire in me, and I think just knowing that next person that you talk to on Facebook, that could be you. That could be like your rock star coach that helps thousands of people. That's the exciting part. And I guess just being consistent and putting the blinders on is really the most important thing, because I'm not like a 10-star diamond coach in 2 years or anything, but I have been consistent every single day in this business. And I can say that honestly to myself. I've had my whole family practically said, you can't do this. It's not going to work. And you have to believe in yourself and listen to yourself. And if you want to do it, do it. It goes for anything in life, I think. But yeah.
Awesome. I love, again, so for those of you who know more of Erica's story, it would totally make sense that her favorite part of this business is the family that she has found within Team Passion, Team Icon, Team Beachbody, because she doesn't have that anywhere else. So for those of you who are like, I don't have support at home, I can't do this, Erica has zero support, even now still. And it goes to the point where two very, very close people in her life tell her outright that she's not going to be successful at this, and they still tell her that. And so, she loves them very much, and they love her. So it's very, very hard. So you have to, that's why she says go to events, get to know people, and then the next piece is plugging in to this. Like, this is why we talked about it Saturday, like just plugging in, even if you can't get with us to local events, but plugging into these every week, plugging into Team Passion. Like I talked about, there were about 25 of us on Saturday, and it was just it's such a nice intimate group every month, and it's so amazing what we're able to form here locally. And I know that you guys don't all get that, but I said to them, I said, you're the group, because I get to see you every month and get to talk to you. You're the group that I look to keep Team Passion alive. And the same thing for you guys, that again, I see very familiar faces here. You're the ones that are on. I see a couple new ones, but other than that, you guys are the ones that are on this Monday night Zoom call with me every week. We don't have 155 people on our Zoom calls. We have 30. And I am so freaking okay with that, because you are the ones that I will give all of my energy to, and all of my love to, and all of my effort to. And you're the ones that I see you guys posting in Team Passion, your motivational stuff. Like the whole thing today with Barbie's call, everyone was just posting takeaways without me even asking. That's what I want from you guys more than ever. So if there's, I said on Saturday, I'm like, Team Passion isn't my team. It's not my team page. This is us. We built this together. Yes, I started it, but we've built this together. You being part of this culture and this team makes that team page special. 5 years ago, when we first start building it, I had to boot people. I had to kick people off. I was like, whoa, this isn't what we're doing here. And so we've created such an amazing team and an amazing culture of safety and security and positivity that anybody from the outside that comes in, seriously, I will protect you through and through. I will boot. I don't care what people say about me. They will be booted off of Team Passion if they act anything other than supportive. It's like chaos when chocolate was cut. When the chocolate flavor, oh my God, everyone was freaking out over the chocolate, and it was like chaos, and I had to boot people. It was so bad. So don't talk bad. Not that you do. So that's what I love. And I love that Erica said that, because that's what she gets from all of you. And you've just created that. And I just love that. Does anyone have anything for Erica before we get to our last speaker of the evening? Such good stuff. All right. Thank you, Erica. we have another one-star diamond who is going to skip across the stage. Maybe dance across the stage. Chrissy Lemke is going to share her story of her skepticism to now where she is, because there was some skepticism. It was hard cracking this nut to get her on this team.
And for so many reasons too. And it's so for those of you who don't know me, I started off, I was a full-time bartender with nowhere to go, but thinking my personality was going to win me the world. Literally, I don't know how, but I thought. So it was actually, my weight loss journey happened. So when you work in a restaurant, you're subject to food, like free food all day long, all the time, free food. So I was an eater. I was always eating, always eating. I happened to go through a breakup, which is the best thing to get yourself in gear. I started to kind of lose weight, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this is cool. There was nobody in my group of friends or family that was into weight loss or health or anything of that nature. So I didn't even think about that. And I'm sure I didn't even lose it healthy. Actually, I did not lose it healthy. So, you know, going on through time, I met my now husband, who actually introduced me to P90X, which, you know, I started, I failed, I started, I failed. But when I really started and I lost 20 pounds, I was feeling great. People were calling me Mrs. Tony Horton because I couldn't shut up about it. And it actually resulted, I'm never going to say this outside of this call, but I actually started burning the discs and selling them. So I was actually already a coach, and I was selling them. I was making money. So people were, you know, I was coaching people. People were like, oh my God, this is great. Look at what it's doing. So I knew I had that, but whatever. So I started doing more programs and more programs. And when Sean and I, you know, finally moved in together, you know, we were talking about getting on Shakeology because you see it at the end of every workout video anyway. So naturally we were both intrigued. We wanted it, but we just didn't do it. So when we moved in together, we actually were like, okay, yeah, Shakeology. And Sean's like, Nicole, you got to talk to Nicole. Nicole, just talk to Nicole. I'm just going to give you Nicole's email. I was like, okay. So Nicole calls me, and all I was thinking is that we were going to sign up for Shakeology, right? I was so excited about Shakeology. And she was telling me about this coach opportunity, and I was like, sure, right? And I was like, really, I'm thinking, so nobody's going to buy my DVDs. Nobody's going to want to buy this outright. Now I got to get them to pay full price. How am I going to get that to happen? So I actually had a lot of people mad at me because I stopped selling them. And I was like, no, you're going to buy them full price from me now. So that was a little bit of a little tiff in my road. But when Nicole brought up the whole Beachbody coaching thing, I was already like, yeah, I got 2 people. I got this. I got this. Yeah, I hit Emerald and I was like, yeah, this is so fun. I'm going to make money. This is going to work. And then it went down just as fast as I thought I was up. You know, and then all of those fears start coming in. Like, I'm not salesy. I think that's everyone's first fear. You know, I didn't want to be salesy. I didn't want to be annoying on social media. I didn't want to be annoying to my friends, kind of, but I already kind of was, so that didn't really bother me. But now that I was trying to take it to a new level and be knowledgeable about Shakeology or about our programs, you know, it made me feel really insecure when I got in front of these people to talk about it, and I had nothing. My face would turn red. I'd get very shaky in my voice. My confidence went down the tubes because now I'm standing behind Beachbody rather than I was standing in front of P90X, if that makes some sort of sense. So I was really scared of being rejected. And I think that's what held me back for the first, you know, year and a half of this business, because, you know, I continue to post on social media because that's me being in front of the product, you know, that's me being in front of it instead of me being like, okay, this is Beachbody, help me make my business work. So I was never inviting to challenge groups. I wasn't even running challenge groups. I don't even call myself a coach back then because it was really ridiculous. But it wasn't until I started doing personal development that Nicole had talked about. I went to a seminar, started really being like, okay, if I want to make this work, then I need to change. So I started to change. And by doing that, I realized that I didn't care what people thought. You know, the person who I was wanting to be didn't care what people thought. You know, she wanted to make a business for herself. She wanted to go and do things. So, you know, that's what I started to do. And I think that's actually one of the features I love the most about Beachbody, is because, you know, we're not here to be salesy. We're here to create growth, not just in other people, but in ourselves. We're all about creating success in others. And I think that really means something, that we're trying to not better the population in weight, but better the population in people. You know, we're trying to create good people here. And the community itself does that. That's another feature I love the most, the community of people. I call Nicole my mom, because I don't yell at Nicole. Like, I kind of yell at my mom, so I consider Nicole my mom. But like, I love that relationship, that I can have a mom, but not my mom. I can have best friends that I've never met before. You know, I feel so close to so many of you, because we relate on such a real level. You know, we're real people that really care about each other, and that's really hard to find. So the relationships, who I've become, is a feature I love the most, because I've completely transformed my life, my thinking, who I am. And I think that's one thing that I love so much about this company. Like, I just want to help everybody be better than they were yesterday. Some of the good benefits, recognition. I mean, it's funny sitting here now. Hopefully I'm not going to cry. But last year at Summit, right, as my first Summit, I had no idea what to expect. I was like, okay, trainings. But being in those seats, looking at all of those people on the ground, and just be like, how lucky are they to be sitting down there with all of those cool people so close to the stage? Oh my God. And, you know, recognition on Team Passion is amazing. Recognition from Nicole is amazing. On my team page, it's amazing. On the National Wake Up Call, it's amazing. But to be in front of all those people, like, I think I'm going to stop and act like it's a runway and take my time, like I'm getting married. I just want to roll around in that. So the recognition, I love that we're always being exposed to new trainings. You know, we're learning from Autumn, we're learning from Sigi and Barbie, and, you know, we hear from Jeff Hill and Carl Deichler all the time. You know, I think it's so important that, you know, when you're on a Zoom call, we were on a Zoom call with Autumn. I literally was like, oh my God, Autumn's in my house talking to me. Like, how cool is that? You know, that's something that people don't get. I used to work for a big grocery store called Wegmans. You guys probably don't even know what that is, some of you. But like, I never saw the owner of Wegmans or the CEO of Wegmans. He came in like once a year, and everyone thought it was, you know, like the president of the United States. And here we're building, like, I feel like I have a relationship with Carl and Jeff Hill, and I don't even know them. You know, it's just, it makes you feel like you're one of the main important people, even if you're just a coach. And that's what's always been really important to me, is that you always feel like somebody. And that's why like, when I first started recruiting into this business, I was all about my challenge groups, right? Because I love helping people get started on their health and fitness journey. But now I'm so focused on business, because I want people to experience this. I want people to grow past themselves and to create dreams and visions and go after them, because who you become while going through that journey is incredible. That I just want to share that with everyone. So when I go about my business invites, you know, and I learned from Nicole too, how she said she started, you know, leading with business invites. So I was like, well, I'm going to do it too then. So now the people who I target, I really want this for them. I see it in them. I know it, that they can do it. So it's all about, you know, when I send them that call, I anticipate them to be like, I'm nervous, but yes. I'm nervous, but yes. So now I've got like 5 of them in the sneak peek finally, and I'm just like, it all just comes full circle. So absolutely, I want everyone and their mother and father and sister to become a Beachbody coach, and to be passionate about growing. That's the thing. To be a coach, you have to want to change yourself rather than change other people. And I think that's where a lot of people get lost when they first become a coach. So Yeah, I didn't really have much written down, so I hope that all kind of flowed and made sense.
Yes, for sure. No, I love that. I love, again, another testament to the people. I love that Carl is in the trenches with us too. Like, that's my favorite part too. Like, he is just in the trenches with us. He gets pissed just like we get pissed at when we're not reaching our goals. If there's a day that goes by and we don't sell a challenge pack, like, we're pissed. We should be, and it's okay, but we have to be pissed for the right reasons. Like, I said Saturday, and I've been saying this a lot on the team page, but I said it Saturday. I'm like, at the end of every night, sit down, look at what you did that day, think about what you did that day. Would you be fired for what if you went to your Beachbody boss, which luckily is you, but if you went to your Beachbody boss and said, here you go, here's what I did today, would you be fired? So some days that answer might be, hell yeah, I would. So and instead of being like, yeah, I would, so I suck, fired. No, just be like, okay, I totally was fired today, but luckily I'm my own boss, so I'm rehired tomorrow morning, and here I go again. Just don't do that a lot, right? And then there's that personal growth piece again. I saw a huge change in Chrissy when she went to that seminar. Like, she came back and hit Success Club 10 in like 2 days. It was like her, she was so different. She wasn't plugging in. Every time she said, what am I missing? What am I doing? What can I be doing more of, Nicole? I'm like, how about those Zoom calls? How about that team page that we keep talking about? How about you show up? So that was like, that's all I kept saying to her for like months. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna do that. And the next week I'm like, Bueller, because I knew I knew the potential in her. Like, I was so excited for her as a coach. Like, I knew she had it. And so for that first year, I had to let go of her until she would listen to me. Like, I had to, because that's what we do, right? We can't pull people along. We can lead a horse to water, but we can't make them drink, right? Like, I just had to be patient. And I just had to trust that she would keep coming to me, and I would just keep giving her that same answer. So then it would finally click, and luckily it did.
And here I am.
Here we are. And she is on the verge of 3-star qualifying. We have Lindsay and Andrea, who are like inches from diamond, and such inches, that they are pushing it together before Summit. So they have 2 weeks to do that together. And so Thursday morning at Summit, Chrissy will wake up as a 3-star qualifying coach as she walks across that stage. How perfect will that be?
I got goosebumps all over right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So cool. Awesome. So what do you guys have for Chrissy or Dale or Erica? They're all still here. So did anything come to mind? Can you guys relate to any of their stories? Christy can. Yeah. Part of each story. Yeah. There's a little of that self-doubt or fear in everybody's story, but to know that they came through it, through their personal development, through their personal growth, like, that is number one. Jim Rohn says it, right? What's that quote? Got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you don't have Jim Rohn CDs or Audibles or whatever, like, you need to get on him. He's a little dry. I love him, but you have got to listen to him. He has a great CD, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business or something like that. But he has so many things out there. Yeah, just listen to him because he makes sense. The biggest thing that he talks about in How to Build Your Network Marketing Business is the birds and planting seeds. So he talks about you plant your seeds, which, so that your harvest you'll reap what you sow, and it'll happen later on. But he talks about that if someone quits or if someone says no, or if he just said, oh, the birds got them.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you have to say. Like, I used to say that my first year. I'm like, oh, the birds got them. I don't know. Like, I didn't try to question why someone said no. I was just like, oh, those birds, shit. Those damn birds got them. Like, that's just all you have to keep saying. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Good stuff. Yeah, I love that one, Aaron. It's simple to do and simple not to do. That's what our business is. It's so easy to do, but it's so easy not to do. Like, it's crazy. Like at the end of the day, you're like, why didn't I just do that? Like, it's that, so good stuff. Anybody else have anything to add? Does anyone want to share anything? Yeah, don't sign up for that class. That's another one, Becky, that Jim says. Like, don't sign up for that class. If someone's like, if someone you just have the potential in somebody, and you're like, there's nothing you can do, so just don't even sign up for that class. You just have to say that, and you have to just say, oh, the birds got them. But you can always plant another seed, and it'll happen again.
Replace it. It's so funny. I probably say that to myself all day long. Don't sign up for that class, because I'll start thinking about something, and momentum builds, which builds your energy, which now is creating this energy shift that you do not need. So I'll start thinking, I'm like, you don't sign up for that class, Chrissy. You don't want to know. None of your business. Don't sign up.
Yep. So true. And she just brought up the momentum, or the big mo is what Darren Hardy calls it. And he is another one, and he's so easy to listen to. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, oh, I can't listen to Darren Hardy. No, he's amazing. He has an amazing voice. But the Entrepreneur Roller Coaster and the Compound Effect, you should have those two playing in your car at all times by Darren Hardy. And you'll hear the story in the Compound Effect of the Big Mo, and and he quotes Jim Rohn all the time. He was a huge mentor of his. So yeah, you definitely want to be, you have to have that audio playing at all times. Like, honestly, I haven't had one in my car in a while with the girls listening, but I used to all the time just have the girls just listening to Jim Rohn and Darren Hardy and Brian Tracy. Like, they didn't care. They just and I think it worked. Sammy wants to be a little entrepreneur, so I think it's working. All right, so anything else? Are we good? Going once, going twice? Thank you, ladies, for being brave and sharing. We have a very exciting sneak peek starting. I don't know if you guys have noticed a trend, but the 7-day quick start and the sneak peek are not copy and pasted things anymore. Some of them are, but we are the leaders that are running this. We don't even save what we did the month before. It's whatever we're feeling that month. It's new, it's fresh, it's exciting. People are loving it. Honestly, you should be doing the 7-day quick start over and over and over with us every month. I do the assignments with the group. I do the assignments when I do the power hour with you guys. Like, I tell you that all the time. I will never ask you to do something that I am not doing. Never, ever, ever. You will never get that from me as a leader. I won't ever say, go do this crazy, scary invite, and I've never done it, because I have. So you will get that, and you're going to get that in the sneak peek. So there'll be a couple copy and paste things, but we're going to talk about 10 topics, and each leader is going to talk about a different topic and give their take on the topic. So it's whatever they're feeling that day. Like, it's going to be, it's proving to be pretty powerful and exciting. And so hopefully you guys get a lot of people in that sneak peek. It starts tomorrow morning, so don't go to sleep till you get somebody in there, right? You don't need sleep. Sleep's for the weak. All right. Good night, guys. And don't let me see anyone playing that Pokemon game, right? Nobody will do that, right? All right. Bye, guys.